What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is December 3rd and I got 3 NBA player props that I do really like for today's set of games. Before I jump into those, I'm going to do a quick recap of the season so far because the last 2 days haven't been the best, but I absolutely love the plays today. So now's the perfect time to hop back on the train and make some money. But let's get right into that recap. So my Nick Love tracking sheet is public to all you guys. I track every single bet that I place and you guys can look at it at any time you want. I just made this because sometimes I don't have the time to post a whole recap and write up why I think plays lost or why they won. So having a sheet with everything where I can just recap win or loss just makes it easier for me, and you guys just get to see it. We're up 7.27 units on the season, but as you guys can see, the last 2 days haven't been the best, but I do really like the plays. I'm going to add them on here right after I record this video. Yesterday, I feel like could have easily been a 4-0 day. Brandon Ingram shot terribly. I think he was like 6 for 17 or something, and he ended at like 26, 27 PR. And then Adam Bona got so much early minutes because Andre Drummond got 4 fouls in like the second quarter, and he finished with 4 points. He just only took 1 shot. I don't know. I just figured if he made 2 free throws, he was going to take at least 2 or 3 shots because he was going to be on the floor for over 22 minutes. But it just didn't turn out. What can you do? Let's get on to today's plays. So my first play for today is in the Clippers-Hawks game, and I'm going with Nickeil Alexander-Walker over 3.5 3-pointers made. I got this at plus 135 on DraftKings. You can get it on every book, but I really like this line because Porzingis is out again, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker has the perfect matchup versus the Clippers tonight. Not only do the Clippers allow the most points to above the break threes, but they are also terrible at defending catch and shoot and pull-up shots, which is how he scores 57% of his points per game. This season, his 3-point percentage is sitting at 39.2%, which is pretty insane. And the Clippers are a top 10 unit at defending points in the paint. You can see right here on Props Madness. And over his last 3 games, he's taking no less than 10 3-point attempts. So I don't really see why he won't put up at least 10 again. And then if we look at over the last 2 seasons with Minnesota and with Atlanta, when he takes at least 9 3-point attempts, the hit rate's pretty good. Bump it up to at least 10, hit rate is really good. And you can see every time he's made 3, he's made 4 as well. So that's why I'm taking his 3.5 at plus 135 instead of a super juiced 2.5 line, with his 1 miss being against the Orlando Magic, who allow the least 3-point attempts at the time. So if we remove them, he's hit in every single game. Similar players have also been smashing this line. You can see Tyler Hero, Luka, Caldwell Pope, all these guys they have listed out here. And RotoWire has Nickeil Alexander-Walker projected to play 36 minutes tonight. And with a spread of now 3 points, it was 3.5, this game should stay close enough to where he's chucking up a bunch of threes. So as long as he takes those attempts, I like our chances at him making 4 and cashing us at plus 135. My next prop is a guy a lot of you might not have heard of, but he was really good in college. He went to UConn, and I'm going with Mr. Liam McNeely over 4.5 points. You can actually get this at plus money now on Fanatics. I got it at this negative 105 on BetMGM, but I'm really liking this look tonight because Brandon Miller is out again and Trey Mann as well. So this is the perfect opportunity for Liam McNeely to score some points in a very favorable matchup. He's projected to play around 17 minutes tonight, which is more than enough because when he plays more than 11, he's gone over this line in 7 out of 8 games without Brandon Miller. And as you guys just saw, without Trey Mann as well, he took 4 shots and got to the line twice, which is more than enough volume to score 5 points in my opinion. And he's projected to play those 17 minutes in such a good matchup. The Knicks allow the 3rd most points to above the break threes and are also below average at defending each corner, which is how he scores 75% of his points. And how he scores those 75% of his points is through catching and shooting the ball, which is where the Knicks are the 4th worst team at defending catch and shoot shot types. And you can see here similar role players that are kind of like Liam McNeely have been able to kill this line. And it doesn't scare me at all that LaMelo Ball is here because in games with LaMelo Ball and without Brandon Ingram, he's over in 3 out of 3 games. So if LaMelo plays, I like it. If he doesn't, I still like it because that's just points someone else has to fill, which Liam McNeely definitely is capable of doing. He's their 1st round draft pick, and his over 0.5 3-point made is heavily juiced over. So if he does make a 3, all we need is for him to get to the line once or make 1 more basket to cash this line. I feel like it's very doable and has so much value at plus odds or negative 105 as well. So yeah, really like this matchup for Liam McNeely tonight to go over 4.5 points. My third and final official play is in my Bucks game, and I'm going with Mr. Ryan Rollins under 5.5 assists. Dude, this line, oh my gosh, this line got bumped so quick, man. Let me pull up this picture. You guys can see right here, I showed it on Winnable. As I was locking in Ryan Rollins at negative 120, it got bumped to negative 136. So then I went over to Fanatics and locked it in at negative 130 there. That's where I posted it and gave it to VIP, but this has already moved even more and is heavily juiced under. So you can still get it at Novig for negative 140 or negative 145 on these two books. But I really like this look for Ryan Rollins, and it makes sense to me why the odds are moving so fast, because unless the books know something that we don't, there's no reason this line shouldn't be at 5.5 in my opinion. With Giannis active, Ryan Rollins has gone under this line in 11 out of 16 games. And then KPJ has also returned recently, and he's under in all 3 of them this season. But if we take a deeper look at this, he's actually under in every single game. And okay, give him 25 plus minutes because he's guaranteed to play at least 25 tonight. He's under in every single game with both of these guys active. And he has a tough matchup tonight versus a Detroit team that allows the least assists in general and the least to his position type. You can see they allow the least assists inside the restricted area, which is where Ryan Rollins gets the majority of his assists. Similar players have struggled pretty bad versus the Pistons, you can see. And like, he only had 8 potential assists. He had 11, 9. That's just very low amount of potential assists to get 6. Even 11, he'd have to convert on over 50% of his assists versus a really good defense. And then another thing I noticed is, this isn't super relevant data, but since joining the Bucks, he's only really gone over this 5.5 line when he gets a ton of minutes. So if we look at RotoWire, he's projected to play around 30 minutes tonight, and that's what he's been seeing in games with Kevin Porter. He hasn't seen more than 31 minutes. So if we do look at games where he sees under 32, he's struggled to get 6 assists going under this in 10 out of 12 games. But then if you look at when he gets more than 31 minutes, he's easily hit this in 8 out of 10 games. So I'm really trusting the minutes projection here. I don't think he sees more than 32 minutes. So yeah, Ryan Rollins under 5.5 assists is my third and final official play for the video. If I do add any more, they will be posted on Winnable. All these picks were, so if you missed out on value, you guys can subscribe for $5 a month. Even if you subscribe for free, you still get access to my Discord. I really like the community that we're continuing to grow every single day. But if you guys did enjoy this video and how I analyze these props, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below on how I can improve these videos. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's sweep tonight. Peace out.